Aloha, y'all. It is Friday, Freya's Day, named after Frigg or Freya, the Venus equivalent essentially in the Nordic pantheon. It is the 30th of May. It is also a Venus-ruled day esoterically. The sun is in Gemini, the moon is in Cancer. Mercury and sun are exactly conjunct, which is called Kazemi in astrology, so that's a thing that's going on. I'll reference the astrology as we go along, but the cards we pulled for this Freya's Day: the Nine of Wands, the Lover's card, and the wild card is the Friday Fairy Oracle card for Brian Froud, the Rar, which we'll get into as we go. So, the wands are for the fire signs. If you're an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, you are a wand. Right? And nines are not completion. It's like you're pushing on, but you're not done yet, so don't give up. Learning to build resilience, moving beyond the darkness within yourself, pushing through the weariness. You are almost finished. On page 118, the Nine of Wands. I'm willing to face the darkness and negativity. The Nine of Wands expresses the courage, self-belief, and vitality required to manage the pain and weariness endured in the ongoing battle with ignorance, judgment, and hostility found in ourselves and others, right? With Mars and Leo trining Venus and Aries, we have all this power of self and heart, basically, to make actions. Mars is also trining Chiron and Aries, so it's like we're dealing with wounds or hidden issues. Jupiter in Gemini, Sun and Mercury conjunct exactly in Gemini, and Uranus and Taurus, the last three I just mentioned, are all trining Pluto and Aquarius retrograde. So we're getting a bird's eye view and a new perspective on how we have the yin and yang inside of us. It's not just out there, the bad guys. It's like we ourselves have darkness, ignorance, if you want to put it that way, in ourselves. It speaks of the fortitude required, mental, physical, and spiritual, to see things through when others would abandon hope and give up. The art in the card shows a powerful street fighter in the throes of tackling something dark and foreboding, like Epstein Island or something crazy. Throughout history, religions, legends, and belief systems have described how shadowy supernatural entities emerge out of darkness to interfere and ruin our lives, like the Nothing from Neverending Story. Ultimately, though, these myths describe how the real battle to unleash our true creative spirit takes place in the mind, Jupiter in Gemini. It is in the realm of the mind where we must face the supreme challenge, the internal voice, seemingly our own voice, which shapes our destiny. Think of like old Georgie from Cloud Atlas, right? Very, very much this part of ourselves that we look at as separate and other. In the dark recesses of our imagination lurks the one we must do battle with in order to live fully expressed, North Node in Pisces. Our unconscious fears and trepidations are visualized in the art as a jet black rip in the fabric of reality, out of which a menacing, mechanized hand reaches forth to propel a bolt of dark, malevolent energy. We see three gold teeth representing the possibility of freedom from the enslavement of the mind. Jupiter, freedom, expansion in what? Gemini, the mind. Back in time, when a man bought his own freedom, he would display his freedom and his newfound wealth by showing how many gold teeth he could afford. Saturn conjunct Neptune and Aries, where it's like, bling bling, check it out, look what I can do. I'm an individual, and I'm dreaming big as an individual. Rendering a connection with the Devil card, we once again see the Emerald Crystal connecting this card to the Emerald Tablet, denoting that this card is another gateway to the secret of the Prima Materia, the first matter, chaos, space, the dark womb that births life, North Node in Pisces. Rather than the possibility of this secret wonder located beyond duality, falling into the hands of the devil, here it conveys the potential of incredible freedom. As described in Martin Rulland the Younger's 1612 Alchemical Dictionary, the prima materia is comprised of all colors and potentially all metals, like it's all the things, right? There is nothing more glorious in the world, for it induces itself and gives birth to itself. In the Zen Buddhism, it's the pregnant nothing. As in the works of alchemy, we too contain the potential for every color, every sound, every form, touch, feeling, sensation, and beyond. We too carry the same directive to give birth to ourselves. Therefore, this card expresses a sign of hope, offering the possibility of being free of the most corrosive and debilitating force which stops us achieving our full potential, the hidden shadow within our minds. Not only the personal shadow, of course, but the world or human shadow, the collective unconscious. the treachery, torture, and violence of the collective unconscious that in the past was projected onto gods. No army can equal the destructive force of the human shadow. This greater shadow, the transpersonal, manipulates and sculpts our personal shadows, mixing our own personal misgivings, sorrow, and fear with its own, gathered from the dawn of mankind. We carry an inherited database in response to the burden of existence, spirit manifest in form. The Knight of Wands invites you to seek your own freedom from the shadow interloper by shining the light of awareness. That's all we can really do. Become more aware. Awaken. Buddha. Buddha means awaken. Witness the voice in your head, old Georgie. Know it isn't yours, but hand it over to you in the act of birth. When you incarnate the dream, it has conditions. Life is the journeying into the world to uncover this voice, making it conscious so that at last the pain and restriction it causes can be dissolved, recognizing its falseness, tracing its origins, and then, with the grace of love, Moon in Cancer, trining North Node in Pisces, and Aries, Neptune conjunction, so I'll trining that. The grace of love, releasing and cleansing yourself of it. Each moment holds that potential. So learn to build resilience, move beyond the darkness within yourself, push through the weariness. You are almost finished. And the clarifying card is the Lover's card. There's a lot of Gemini energy, and this is the Gemini card. I myself am a Sun and Moon Gemini. I've written music to all the major arcana, so I'll post that in the comments. It's got some sex sounds in the dance music, but it's cool. It's called yoga, which means union, right? Of what? The opposites. I am the gateway to divine love on page 34, seeking connection with others, blending opposing ideas into one, yin and yang, light and dark, good and evil, all this. It's one big thing. Making a choice, accepting yourself as you are, and giving and receiving freely, right? And the last card we're getting for today is from the Brian Froud Fairy Oracle cards, and it is the RAR, number 52, Friday Fairy Oracle. This is wild energy and pure potential. RARs are not naughty or wicked, just energetic. They are also not very discriminating. They like to join into whatever excitement is going on and add energy to it. In a way, they are pure potential and they potentize whatever is happening. RARs are attracted to mobs, rioting, and to meditation groups rising towards ecstasy, and to any other strong energy state. RARs are a bit like Tigger and Winnie the Pooh. They bounce, they zoom, they go off on wild tangents. They think of the roar of a growling dog, or the roar of an engine revving up, or the purr of a cat, or the R, right? Like death or whatever, shouting. As I say, roars don't discriminate. It is up to us to do that. They put a live spark into whatever's happening. It is our choice what we do with it. A roar in your cards encourages you to be especially attentive to what you are doing and with your energy and intentions. Don't get carried away by the roar's bouncy enthusiasm, but do take advantage of the energy. You can accomplish a great deal with the energy being made available to you. This is a good time, Jupiter and Gemini. Note that the roar is not grounded, and it is not meant to be. Sun conjunct Mercury in Gemini. But humans need to keep their feet firmly on the ground. When you encounter the roar, breathe slowly, center yourself, earth yourself, Moon in Cancer, right? Get chill. Be clear about your objectives and then go for them. So notice how this is like a light, like a yin, and this is like a yang. Oh wow, look, the yin-yang, there it is. It's the dualities, the Lover's cards, right? We have Epstein Island, Hitler, all this stuff is in us. We can only experience what is holographically related to us. Like we have the dark side and the light side, of the force in us. What we do and how we play with that is how we play. We're not victims to life getting ridden by life, right? We're participants of life. And the more we tap into that non-dualistic awareness, even though polarity is real, as long as we're not like battling it, that creates the friction of energy. And that energy is for us to carry on through the journey even deeper and know that we're the shining void, essentially, ultimately. So hopefully this has made sense. If you've enjoyed it, probably somebody else will. So tag some stranger or friend or family. Share it, whatever's clever. Leave a tip if you feel so inclined. Holler for a reading. I give readings. $150 for 3 hours of astrology. 1 hour of cards is $50. If it's your birthday, it's half off of both or either, your choice. And if you refer somebody to me, it is half off on cards. I will post the Lover's card music in the comments, so check that out if you haven't heard my music. And if you don't know, I have a podcast, 313 episodes, international. All sorts of people have been on there. I'll post that in the comments too, so check it out for your own sake. On that note, enjoy your Freya's day. Adios.